That snaps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon,
We
you want one
can't, we
quick
can't, we
question?
can't ask Rashad questions.
Everyone right here. Justin Tucker. So this is like the biggest thing that I'm kind of hearing or whatever in the world of the NFL and stuff like that. But the Justin Tucker things. First things first, shout out to the Baltimore Banner. Shout out to Julie, Brianna, and Justin Fenton for writing this story. This is probably a long story, so we're gonna go here, and it's a content warning. So flash warning for anybody and stuff like that. This is what I'm about to read. Two spars. Excuse me. It's my first time reading it, by the way. So I just know like a little of the clips that's been on social media going viral, and I saw a bit of Justin Tucker's response, but it's my first time reading it as well. Two spas say they banned Justin Tucker. He denies the bans and the behavior that women say has left them emotionally scarred. Content warning. This story contains graphic descriptions that may not be suitable for some readers. Ravens kicker Justin Tucker engaged in inappropriate behavior at 4 high-end spas and wellness centers in the Baltimore region, according to 6 massage. Buddy, I feel like when the number of accusers is like beyond like 3, 4, 5. It's like, oh, what are you talking about, brother? You got 6 different folks that done told the newspaper the same thing, Joker. You might just be guilty. Innocent to proven guilty, though. Guilty until proven innocent in a court of public opinion. But anyways, let's get back to it. According to 6 massage therapists, including exposing his genitals, brushing 2 of them with an exposed, and leaving them with what they believe to be, oh my gosh. All right, it's good. On the massage table after 3 of his treatments. Several therapists said Tucker's behavior was so egregious that he ended his sessions early or refused to work with them again. And at 2 spas, management said they banned him from returning. He a fan. Just know, Tucker, you a freaky fan. All right, here we go. After receiving a tip on January 9th, the Banner began investigating and spoke to 6 massage therapists who recounted troubling firsthand experiences with Tucker from 2012 to 2016. The women said they had long waited to tell their stories. Ooh, they said, I was waiting for you at the door. I've been waiting for somebody to expose this man. I've told people about this over the years, and they act like it's either hot gossip or a joke. Sheesh. One therapist who worked with Tucker in 2016 said, but it's really degrading. He might be cooked. Attorneys for Tucker denied the allegations of inappropriate behavior. That's how he had this ready. He had it ready because he knew when it was coming out, because they reached out. This is what we call responsible journalism, people. When you come out with some claims, always reach out to the other side, reach out to their legal representatives just to say that you at least reached out to them. Because a lot of y'all just grab things, y'all grab some hot gossip, hot tea, and you throw it out like it's facts. Everybody believes it. That's how you end up with Cardi B and what's her name? The lady who's in South Africa now. Everything like that. That's how you get Tasha K. That's how you get those type of situations, because you didn't do your due diligence, reaching out to all parties involved, saying allegedly, using your legal. It's a whole thing. Anyways, let's get back to this. You're not there for that. You're here for this. Attorneys for Tucker denied the allegations of inappropriate behavior, calling them speculative and impossible to prove, quote unquote. The attorneys, Thomas A. Clare and Stephen J. Harrison of the Clare Law, said Tucker had never been banned from 2 spas in question. They also denied Tucker he said ever at the spa. Mr. Tucker has never behaved inappropriately during any massage therapy session, and certainly never in the manner described. By the Banner's reporting, the lawyer said, any suggestion to the contrary is fictitious and utterly baseless claim. A Ravens spokesman said, we take any allegations of this nature seriously and will continue to monitor the situation. The NFL said it will look into the matter, quote unquote. So now, also, I want to also point out this. Justin Tucker probably thought this one coming. He probably thought this report was not coming. He seen everything happen with Deshaun Watson a few years ago. He said, oh, that's crazy. Let me lay low real quick. Because you see, according to this report, all of these attacks and all of these heinous acts happened between the years 2012, 2016. No excuse, not excusing anything. The culture was way different back then, bro. Culture was way different back then. Don't make it right. It's terrible. It's illegal. Everything like that. It was bad back then. But this was pre hashtag Me Too. This was pre Deshaun Watson. Everything like that. Buddy thought he was gonna get away with it. It's been almost 10 years later. Almost 10 years later, he thought he was gonna get away with it. And what they said, I got something for you. Baltimore Banner said we coming out with it right now. Anyways, Tucker released a lengthy statement on X after the story published denying the allegations and criticizing the Banner's reporting process. I've always made a conscious effort to be considerate and respectful in all the interactions with the community that I love so much, he said. It is devastating for me to learn that anyone would feel I was offensive in any way. Some of the women said they encountered Tucker, now 35, early in his career before he established himself as the NFL's best kicker. After joining the team in 2012, Tucker quickly built a standout reputation on the field, kicking 2 fourth-quarter field goals and the Ravens' 34-31 win over the San Francisco 49ers in the Super Bowl. He cultivated and outsized a public persona, extolling his Catholic faith. Oh man, they exposed him, my boy. They calling this man a fraud. Baltimore Banner bringing that heat. Shout out to them. Filling the Baltimore Basquilla. You can read it. Baltimore Basquilla with his classically trained bass baritone, and staging a dramatic proposal to his now wife on the roof of the Four Seasons. He's been the spokesperson for the Royal Farms convenience store chain since 2015, making him one of Baltimore's most recognizable athletes. Most of the 6 women who shared firsthand accounts said they had not known each other before being contacted by the Banner, yet they had strikingly similar accounts of Tucker's behavior. That's crazy. You cook, my boy. It's cooked. The woman asked to be identified by a letter to protect their privacy, fearing retaliation from the Ravens organization or fans. 5 of the women said Tucker asked them to massage his pelvic region or inner thighs while he had a woo. Then they had repeatedly wiggled his pelvis to remove the sheets, which fully or partially exposed his genitals. 2 women said Tucker brushed them with an exposed woo. 3 said when they returned to the treatment room after Tucker left, they discovered a large wet spot on the massage table. Oh man. They strongly to believe to be, you know what it was. The women say the incidents took place from 2012, Tucker's rookie season with the Ravens, to 2016, the year after he married his college sweetheart. Now my boy said, "Hey, it's time to leave the game." All right. A representative of the upscale locals chain Ojas said Tucker was immediately terminated as a client in 2014 after a massage therapist reported an incident that allegedly occurred during the massage therapy session with Justin Tucker. Now, this is said all the time. So before you say, well, why did they wait all the way to now? 2014, it is 2025. Why did you wait 11 years? Why did you wait 10 years? Well, as one of the alleged women said earlier in the story, every time they said it, people would treat it as hot gossip or a joke. They would laugh it off. If you see in the Fox Sports lawsuit, where the lady said, she was in an appropriate way at a holiday party, she went to tell another woman allegedly at the company, and the woman just said, get over it, get used to it, kind of laughed and walked it off because they were having reportedly, allegedly, relations with other employees within the company themselves, and they were moving away. That was crazy. So all this to say, why didn't you say anything? Folks don't take you seriously. Folks harass you, especially if they find out who you are. Like, you just kind of want to go quiet, go 0 dark 30, people accusing you of that. Anyways, the owners of the now closed a representative immediately terminated as a massage therapist with Justin Tucker. The owners of the now closed Studio 921 and Locust Point said through an attorney that they took immediate and a decisive action to ban this individual from our business and services to ensure a safe environment for all. A lawyer for the spa said the owner told Tucker by phone that he could not return. That's crazy. The massage therapists, many of them who were in their early 20s at the time, described the mixing of emotions that they felt in treating Tucker, a high-profile professional football star, whom who the spas were proud to book at Oja's in Pinesville, which patronized by many members of the Ravens. The staff at the Times wrote T-shirts that said "Purple and Black, we got your back." Massage therapist said, "Oh, this is crazy." Several other women reported that Tucker's improper actions began slowly and subtly, but after he repeated to attempted to expose his genitals and in some cases seemingly positioned his hand to brush their thighs with his fingers, they concluded he was deliberately being inappropriate. We can tell that it's intentional or it's just an accident, and this was intentional, said L, a therapist who said Toucher touched her wrist with his naked and semi-erect during a massage at the Ojas location. The woman said they took extra steps to keep Tucker covered after he repeatedly exposed himself. One, she said she placed a heavy heating pad over his pelvis. Another described using one hand to keep him covered with the sheets while pressing his inner thighs with the other arm to make the massage less sensual. Tucker's lawyer said that it was unremarkable in that news that he might become exposed during the massage. Athletes often shift around due to discomfort that wait. Okay. I just saw what happened. I'm about to react to it. Believe it. Often shift due to the discomfort that accompanies body work, and the massage therapists themselves are the ones who adjust coverings, they said. But the therapists are unequivocal in their belief that Tucker's behavior was unusual, inappropriate, and intentional. Roughly a decade after the alleged incidents, the therapists say they remained haunted by his actions. I can't watch sports anymore. Sheesh. I see his face everywhere, said Jay, who Tucker acted inappropriately, and she massaged him at the apothecary wellness. I want to say this as well. I know I'm breaking up a lot, but it's like if you just wanted to read the story, just read the story. I'm gonna try not to break too much more. I know a lot of friends who have dealt with athletes, whether they were talking to them, romantically involved with them, or anything like that, or just friends with them. And if they had a bad experience with said athlete or coach or anybody affiliated with an athletic program, after that they can no longer look at the program the same. They like can't watch the team. They hate the team. They hate the player, and it's kind of just the way it is. It's just from trauma and PTSD and stuff like that. So this is totally believable. It might sound dramatic to you if you're on the outside and you never heard of anything like this, but this is totally normal. After talking to the Banner, E contacted attorney Michael Belsky, a partner at the SBWD law firm who specializes in sexual abuse and harassment cases. Belsky said that he is now representing 4 massage therapists who have shared similar experiences about Tucker, including an additional therapist who had not spoken to the Banner. The allegations of exploitation that have come out from my clients are voluminous, very similar, and very troubling, said Belsky, adding that massage therapists are highly trained, licensed professionals. Each of my clients have expressed profound, long-lasting impact as a result of these allegations. None of the women who spoke to the Banner said that they took their allegations to law enforcement. Legal experts said that there were some criminal statutes that might have applied if the allegations were proven true: indecent exposure, possible battery for any instance in which his genitals intentionally touch the therapist, but that the statute of limitations has expired, and in any event, such cases are rarely prosecuted. Dang, that's tough. One expert said that any civil court case, such as the claim of intentional infliction of emotional distress against Tucker, could face a very high bar for success. Depending on the outcome of any investigation, Tucker could be found in violation of NFL and team rules. Well, unless you know what I'm saying, actually like punched her with a closed fist, then you'll just get suspended for 2 games until the video comes out. The league's personal conduct policy prohibits behavior that quote unquote undermines or puts at risk the integrity of the NFL. Really? Really? Because we got some folks in the Super Bowl that have some wild allegations passed, caught on camera, even suspended, taken away from teams for a couple years, then came back this year on both teams, Kansas City and Philly. But we're going to keep it going. And in 2022, Ravens coach John Harbaugh cited the team's zero tolerance policy towards domestic violence when asked about Cleveland Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson's suspension following the accusations of sexual misconduct. Sheesh. Not they put him in a pack. Baltimore Banner said, forget y'all. We went at the Pikesville branch of Ojas. Both E and L were assigned to massage Tucker in 2014. E was 21, a newly licensed massage therapist, and about 7 months pregnant. That's nasty work. She said before the massage began, Tucker asked her to focus on the inner thigh muscles because they were tight from kicking. She left the room to allow him to undress and get under the sheets. When she returned, Tucker had an erection, she said. Since it's not unusual for a man to briefly become erect during a massage, she said she ignored it and focused on his neck and shoulders. Following a standard protocol, she tightly wrapped the sheets around his genitalia, a technique called the diaper drape, she said. But Tucker wriggled his pelvis until the sheets fell away. Nasty work, revealing his genitals. He was continuously moving his hips, moving his thing, wiggling it, making it bounce, undoing the drapes. This is crazy. I'm uncomfortable just from reading it. So just imagine her actually being there. Flustered, he asked Tucker to turn onto his stomach so that he could work on his back, she said. But at the end of as the appointment neared, he asked her to return to his inner thigh, she said. Tucker was still erect. This man must, sheesh, he said, which she found discomforting. She again secured in the sheet and stared at the wall while massaging his inner thigh, she said. When she looked down, what's up, my dude? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Our preen. About, hey, we get into NBA after this. We get into this after this. Hey, let me see. When she looked a few minutes later, she recalled the sheets were gone and he was fully exposed. Crazy. Feeling certain that this was not an accident, E ended the massage, left the room, and told a supervisor she recalled 4 other former OJOS employees confirmed to the banner that she told them this account around the time of the incident. It felt premeditated, E said. It made me feel even more gross because I was pregnant. Another therapist, L, said she was assigned to massage Tucker later in 2014 at the same spa when she encountered similar behavior. Tucker asked to focus above the groin area and wiggled his body to make the sheet fall away, she said. Throughout the whole season, he kept readjusting to make his thing come out. Dang, she said that Tucker appeared to purposely position his hand so that it touched her leg. Towards the end of the appointment, Tucker readjusted the sheets so that his thing came out and touched her arm. This crazy work. Elle said that at one point she ended the session early. Elle said that she informed her supervisor that she did not want to work with Tucker ever again. The banner was unable to contact the supervisor, but 4 other former OJOS employees informed the banner that Elle had told them about the incident at the time. At the third spa, the now closed Hillen Path location in Lutherville, Tucker ground his pelvis into the massage table when laying face down, then repeatedly tried to expose his genitals when face up, according to our massage therapist who worked on him in 2016. He continued to move the drape in, so I realized he was being creepy, R said. Because Tucker was a celebrity, R said she was afraid to end the massage early and said she switched the techniques and used one hand to pull the sheets taut and pin him to the bed while she massaged his thighs with her forearm, she said. The owner of the Hillen Path declined to comment, saying the business was a healthcare facility and must follow the same privacy guidelines that govern doctors and hospitals. 2 therapists reported that Tucker also acted inappropriately with them at the Apothecary Wellness in 2012 and 2013 during his first 2 seasons with the Ravens. One therapist, Jay, recalled that Tucker arrived at his appointment in the Ravens gear, head to toe. He made it a point to tell me, I'm a kicker. I play for the Ravens. Power move. Anyways, Tucker asked Jay to focus on the gluteal muscles and inner thighs, but kept moving to expose himself. I tucked him in like a baby, but he kept repositioning himself so I would brush against. He exposed his thing, she said, prompting her to stop massaging his thighs and move to a different area of the body. This is not normal massage behavior. I did hundreds of massages and never had someone ever do that. After the massage, Jay said she found a huge wet spot that she believed to be in the middle of the massage table where his pelvis had been. Jade said she told the receptionist and the senior staff members that she never wanted to massage him again. She said that outside she believes occurred with Tucker. She has never had another client leave what appeared to be on the massage table. I left the massage feeling dirty, she said, noting that she was so upset by the experience that she stopped doing massages for several months. He knows we have no power and we can't do anything. Tucker's attorneys said that having bodywork outperform on the NFL's kicker size was typical and not sensual. They added that where there were myriad explanations for why the massage table would appear damp, suggesting that it would be sweat or body oil. These are good lawyers. And that the therapist's observation of was wild and inherently improbable conclusion. It was, I know what it looks like. I have dated men. Yo, this is crazy. Justin Tucker is finished, bro. S, who worked at Apothecary, said Tucker acted inappropriately during their first appointment with her. However, after Tucker's second appointment, S said she returned to the room to discover what appeared to be at the center of the massage table where his parents had been. I know what it looks like compared to just water. There was a puddle. You nasty. Lock him up. Lock him up. All right, anyways. S said she showed her supervisor and requested that Tucker be barred from further appointments with her. He called her several times asking to receive a massage from S, but the front desk staff always said that she was fully booked and he eventually stopped calling, she said. One of the Apothecary co-owners at the time recalled being informed of S's account. She said Tucker was never confronted about the concerns. Instead, the owner said Tucker was referred to another therapist and he eventually stopped patronizing the business. She says she did not recall Jay's account. Several years later, another therapist says she provided a massage to Tucker at Studio 921. N, who was more experienced and thought she could keep him in line, said she volunteered to work on Tucker after a colleague in her early 20s told her that she was no longer comfortable with him. N recalled that she started the massage by informing Tucker that his wife was a client of hers, hoping that he would get the hint to behave appropriately. Yet Tucker repeatedly exposed himself and brushed her thighs with his hands. She said, I've had clients that have had inadvertent accidental erections, which is normal. She said trying to uncover and show it to somebody is not okay and not normal. She ended the massage and hurried out the room when she thought he appeared to be having a moment. After Tucker had left, she discovered a wet end puddle, which she believed to be on the top sheet, she said. It was so hard for me to deal with that, the word said, in referring to the emotional toll of the incident. Tucker was banned from the spa and told by phone that he could not return, an attorney told the Banner. Tucker's attorneys denied that he was banned from either spa, claiming neither establishment informed him that he could not return. They sent a screenshot of an undated photo of Tucker posing by Studio 921 staff, appeared to be posted by the spa website TripAdvisor in December 2016 after the alleged ban. They also provided copies of the email in 2018 that showed that the spa was, quote unquote, actively inviting him back to additional appointments. This, of course, is inconsistent with the false idea that he was banned from the spa, the attorney said. The body of the email addressed Hi 921 fam and advertised a holiday special. The spa's attorneys was uncertain why the TripAdvisor photo was posted, but said Tucker was unequivocally told that he was banned and could not return to the spa. Tucker's lawyers directed the banner to more than a dozen therapists who had worked with the kicker, including 3 men. For 6 of them, the attorneys provided first names and insisted that the banner go through the Ravens for interviews or requests that the team declined. The Banner reached out to 11 therapists. 4 responded, all describing positive experiences with Tucker. This is responsible journalism going through all the signs. Martina Duncan, who said she contacted by the Ravens and recalled working with Tucker twice a week from 2016 to 2019, describes him as a professional and respectful throughout their sessions. I always found the relationship with him to be professional and platonic, Duncan said. The boundaries always stay very clear. As a client and therapist, whoever making these allegations is beyond what I've experienced. Duncan now runs her own massage therapist where she features a testimonial from Tucker on her website. Delena Young, who says she worked with Tucker under contract with the Ravens for the past 2 years, described their interactions as professional. She said their conversations during the sessions often touch around his wife and child, and she found him very professional, honorable, very upstanding, and very loyal to his family. Nathan Nordstrom, a national massage therapy educator and franchise consultant, said the industry lacks comprehensive national and or state level mechanisms to address inappropriate behavior. We should not have to deal with someone thinking a massage therapy is a lewd sexual practice, Nordstrom said. Therapists who experience sexually inappropriate behavior often have limited options for recourse, said Kimberly Alexander, the president of the Alliance for Massage Therapy Education. Law enforcement officials frequently decline to pursue charges, such as instances do not rise to the level of crime, she said. If the allegations involve a well-known athlete, Alexander added, therapists reluctantly to come forward is even greater. When the massage therapist accused Watson, another NFL star, of sexual misconduct during body work sessions in 2021, They faced widespread condemnation from fans and even death threats. Watson was ultimately suspended for 11 games, but only after receiving the largest guaranteed contract in NFL history. Baltimore banners cooking. Therapists who speak out against famous clients are worried about their career. Alexander said they're worried about their license, they're worried about their reputation in the community, they're worried about their family's response to it. The massage therapists who shared their stories with the banner said they hoped Tucker would be held accountable for his actions. I want something to be done, Elle said. The only reason that nothing's being done is because it's Justin Tucker. Baltimore banner reporters Gianna Hahn, Jonas Schaffer, and John Williams IV contributed to this report. Outstanding reporting. Let's go to this. The allegations in the Baltimore Banner article about me are unequivocally false. Throughout my career as a professional athlete, I was always sought to conduct myself with the utmost professionalism. I have never been accused of misconduct of any kind, and I have never been accused of acting inappropriately in front of massage therapists or during a massage therapy session or during other body work. I have never received any complaints from massage therapists, and I've never been dismissed from a massage therapy or body work session, and have never been told that I was not welcome at any spa or any other place of business. And accusing me of misconduct, the article makes inexcuses, ambiguous interactions, and skews them so out of proportion that they are no longer recognizable, and it presents vague insinuations as fact. This is desperate tabloid fodder. It is no surprise that the paper's interactions with me are marked with journalistic failures at every turn. When I first learned that the newspaper was writing the article, they refused to reveal the full claims that they were planning to make against me. It wasn't until I was forced to hire the leading defamation law firm in the U.S. to write the paper that they finally revealed what they were planning to write. Then, because you don't tell people what you're writing beforehand. No, you cannot see my article before it's out. You can't. Then, when they finally decided to provide some of this information, they gave me next to no time to prepare for a response. It is clear why they had no interest in what I or anyone else had to say. Once I reviewed the newspaper's allegations against me, it was apparent that the newspaper was deliberately misconstructing the events as nefarious, which they are not, and relying on third-party speculation to create false preconceived narrative about me and that they would generate clicks. The newspaper had already written this false, salacious profile well before they ever attempted to speak to me or any bodywork professionals I've worked with closely for the better part of the last decade. The newspaper, well, for the last decade, brother, it sounds like you was out the game because you was married. The newspaper made no effort to interview these key witnesses until I prompted them to do so by my defamation attorney because they did not want to hear what they had to say about me. I've always made a conscious effort to be considerate and respectful in all the interactions with the community that I love so much. It is devastating for me to learn that anyone would feel I was offensive in any way. I maintain I did not act inappropriately at any point before, during, or after a professional bodywork treatment session. I would never intend to offend or hurt anyone ever. As a matter of principle, I respect when individuals come forward to report misconduct of any kind. I support a process that allows claims to be properly investigated. But for the sake of myself and my family, I cannot allow false claims to go unchallenged. I cannot be any clearer. These allegations are false and incredibly hurtful to both me and, more importantly, my family. Well, there you have it from Justin Tucker himself. That's the whole thing. That was a lot. I'm not even going to lie to you. That was a lot. I'll let y'all believe what y'all believe. I'm just going to present the facts. Well, in my opinion, well, I guess it's crazy I say I'm going to let y'all believe what y'all believe in, except in my opinion. But I don't think it's looking very good for this guy. And he keeps saying for my family, for my wife and kids, you know what I'm saying, or his kid, you know, for everybody like that. Over the past decade, you can ask anybody that I worked with. The accusations go kind of beyond the past decade. 2012, 2016, the past decade is 2015 to now. And it says you kind of stopped doing this around 2016, a year after you got married. I don't know if it was the inner guilt or whatever, allegedly, according to the accusations and the real lifetime and stuff like that. But this ain't really lining up well, bro. To me, it sounds like he's saying in the past decade, I didn't do nothing wrong and this is bad for my family. That's what it's saying to me, right? So, but that kind of lines. He technically didn't lie in that case. But anyways, that's just how I feel about it. You guys can feel what you feel about it. Let me know in the comments.
That steps for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
We can't ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.